President William Ruto has amped his fight against sugar cartels crippling the sugar sector in his Nyanza tour, restating his three-option strategy to deal with the perpetrators. Speaking on Sony Sugar grounds in Migori on Sunday, the president proposed that state-owned sugar mills be leased to private investors to revive the long-ailing sugar industry. President Ruto, staying true to his word on non-privatization, signed a privatization bill in State House Kisumu earlier today, releasing Chamlil Sugar Company from private ownership. Tracy Ocheng with the details.
Hawa watu wote ambao wamechangia hii maneno, mambo yao ni matatu.
Nyanza and western regions are considered the sugar belt of the country, and for decades now have been riddled with corruption, poor management, and innumerable court cases. As if low-can productivity and quality weren't enough of a predicament, the hurdles surrounding the sugar sector prove level heights of impunity.
Na hiyo madeni imepatikana kwa sababu ya usimamizi ambao sio mzuri katika kampuni zetu. Lazima niwaambie ukweli. Mimi nataka niwaulize. Hawa wakulima wengi walipeleka mazao yao kwa kampuni zetu. Miwa imepelekwa pale na mkulima. Mkulima hajalipwa. Miwa yake ilienda wapi? Miwa yake ilisagwa, si ndio? Miwa yake ilisagwa ikauzwa na hakulipwa.
Over the numerous court cases that have since been withdrawn following President Ruto's Mambo ni Matatu, an astonishing pattern comes into play. A tussle between families and companies struggling to monopolize sugar production in the country, and sugarcane growers versus sugarcane unions.
The people who have taken the sugar sector hostage, and we know them, the people who normally go to court to block any meaningful transformation of our sugarcane sector, we want to give them a warning from Migori that this time round, tutaonana na nyinyi macho kwa macho.
In 2020, then President Uhuru Kenyatta announced a plan to lease the state-owned sugar millers including Nzoia, Chemelil, Miwani, Muhoroni, and South Nyanza or Sony Sugar companies. However, the Kenya Union of Sugar Plantation and Allied Workers, KUSPO, sought court orders to suspend the government's move until issues raised by sugar companies' workers were addressed, including that they be involved in the leasing process. Among the court cases that proved the severe ulcer eating the sugar industry was in a ruling issued by Justice George Odunga on November 4, 2015, who noted that West Kenya and Butali Sugars, and I quote, persistently engaged in unhelpful litigation geared towards championing protectionist interests in a manner reminiscent of the old imperialist tendencies to the detriment of the people who toil to ensure their industries thrive. In addition, Kenya National Federation of Sugarcane Farmers Deputy Secretary General Simon Wesechere feared that the cash some millers were willing to pour into litigation outweighed what they put into cane development, going further to state that some millers deliberately spent more time in courts to create an artificial shortage so that they make profits through cheap imports.
Najua mumeniuliza ya kwamba ati leasing isifanyike hapa Sony. Hapana. That I don't agree with you, my friends. Tunataka kuelewana. Ile kitu haiwezi kufanyika ni privatization. Mambo ya kuprivatize kampuni haiwezekani. Hii kampuni lazima ibaki ya wananchi wa hapa.
President Ruto has proposed a raft of measures including zoning, the clearing of loans and settlement of farmers' dues, and a reduction in importation, which Migori Governor Ochilo Ayako expressed a slight contrary opinion, instead proposing that importation be denied to private companies.
Excellency, as a nation we are sugar deficit in production. Hata tukipanua hii Sony mara 5, hatuwezi fill that deficit. So occasionally we have to import. I want to request you, do not allow importation of sugar in the hands of private profiteers.
The head of state, staying true to his word on non-privatization, signed the privatization bill in Kisumu earlier today, making the privatization of Chemelil Sugar Company invalid. What the president's Mambo ni Matatu sentiments warranted, and to whose benefit is it to cripple the sugar sector? Tracy Ochieng reporting for GBS News.